This week, we're in Deltaville, Virginia, and I'm trying to figure out an engine problem we've been having. The engine's been running fine, but during the past 2 travel days, we've had a number of occasions where the engine will rev up by about 200 RPM, then come back down by itself after a few seconds. Some internet research leads me to think this may be a fuel problem, either a plugged filter or possibly some air getting into the lines. On Sunday, June 12th, I changed all the fuel filters, there are 3 of them. After changing them, I had to bleed all the air out of the fuel system. This is when I found that the pump that moves fuel from the tanks to the injection pump was not working. I removed it, took it apart. Sure enough, it had come apart inside. I did some online searching and found that the largest Perkins diesel parts source in the country was only 40 miles away. On Monday morning, I made sure they had the pump, and we borrowed the marina's courtesy vehicle to go pick it up. By noon, we were back up and running again. Tuesday, June 14th, and it's time to test our repaired engine with a short run to Ingram Bay. After a calm start to the trip, an unpredicted 25-knot wind swept in, and things got pretty choppy pretty fast. It was a bumpy ride. We made it safely to the marina. The next day, we'd have a longer ride to Solomons, Maryland. This time, it stayed calm and smooth all day. So this will be a starboard tie then, or the port side?
Bow lane cap and be starboard side.
Starboard side.
You're gonna slip, so you'll be a 5-way, 5-ton cap. Alright, keep coming. You're gonna be just forward of Blue Hawk here. I'll be bouncing.
On arriving at Spring Cove Marina, we'd now put over 10 hours on our repaired engine with no more RPM fluctuation, so it seems like this issue is fixed. Thursday, June 16th brought small craft warnings and thunderstorms, so we opted to stay put in Solomons. We visited the Calvert Marine Museum, filled our water tanks, and emptied our holding tank, so we'd be ready to depart. Friday was sort of a long, boring ride on the open waters of Chesapeake Bay as we made a 7-hour trip to Annapolis, Maryland. The trip was tiresome, but it was great to meet up with our friends from Marathon, Carol and Jeff Goldring. We were lucky to be able to use a dock that belonged to their neighbor across the street. Saturday, June 18th, we borrowed a car from our friends and did some exploring around Annapolis. We walked around the old part of town, visited the Annapolis Museum, and got to watch the Juneteenth parade.
Annapolis is a museum without walls. Within the space of just a few blocks, you will experience the variety of historical riches Annapolis has to offer and learn about architecture, artifacts, people, and their dreams. Now relax, enjoy the film as you begin your historic Annapolis adventure.
We end this episode at the Eastport Yacht Club, where we had dinner with our friends Jeff and Carol and their daughter Beth. From here, we continue north to Delaware and New Jersey. See you next time.